Hello, I'm Kathy Holliday, the CEO of Mobile Notary 24/7. Welcome to my podcast entitled The Mobile Notary Show. I believe to become a successful mobile notary, the most valuable thing that you can offer a signer is integrity, having moral principles, honesty, patience, loyalty, and reliability helps you on your journey to be more focused, more inspired, and fully capable of connecting and understanding the notarial world. And that starts right now. Today's discussion will be spotting a phony ID and imposters. So, when you're sitting at the signing table and you're asking the signers for their ID, because of course you have to input the driver's license, the state ID, or the passport information to verify that yes, the documents are not expired, and that verification that yes, you did take care of the notarization. Now, notaries in many states, we tell the notaries what type of IDs that they may accept, and of course, it varies from the state that you are commissioned in. But what is not told is how to teach you how to spot a fake identification. And what do you do if the ID isn't genuine? Okay, so there's a word, fear, that understand that fear is your friend, and that fear stands for feel the ID, examine the ID, ask for the ID, and return the ID. So that's the FEAR method: feel, examine, ask, and return. So it's 4 tips that I'll be sharing with you. The first tip is when you feel the document. Now, a genuine driver's license or state ID or a passport, particularly the driver's license and the state ID, they often include a raised lettering or numbering on the card as a security feature. Now, for the state of California, they have raised imprint of the driver's birth date. And in the state of Texas, they have the birth date is raised print at the bottom of the photo. So if the card lacks these features, if you live in the state of Texas, or if you live in the state of California, if the card lacks these features, the raised imprint, then it's a possibility that's kind of like a warning sign of a counterfeit ID. So another clue to feel for is the thickness of the driver's license or the state ID, because a card that has been tampered with, and it may be relaminated, so it may feel a little bit thicker than normal. So you want to kind of look out for that as well. Now, tip number 2, you want to examine the elements of the ID. You want to look over the ID and hold it up to the light, because if the driver's license, they have a hologram, if the hologram is visible, and that's a common security feature with the DMV, including the state of Florida. So if so, then it's more likely that the ID is on level. But if the ID lacks that hologram, and it's the printed lettering is either blurry or spelled incorrectly, they may have spelled the person's name incorrectly. These are just possible signs of ID tampering and or counterfeiting. So you should definitely check if the photo the description of the birth date match the appearance of the person. And you want to spot an imposter if it does not. So it's kind of hard because, like in the state of Arizona, the driver's license is valid for 20 years until they hit the age of 65. So you want to kind of examine and try to spot if you see an imposter, but it's maybe a little bit hard because their face either changed, or maybe they lost weight, or maybe they added glasses. So you want to kind of try to spot that out. So tip number three, you want to ask the signer about information that's on the ID. So if it's a fake ID and it's an imposter, their information, they're probably not going to know it by heart. So feel free to ask them, can you share with me what's your birthday? They should know automatically off the bat their birthday. Or ask them what's their zip code. If they don't give it to you and rattle it off quickly, then there's a slight problem there. And you can even feel free to ask them if the ID is out of state. Like, let's say that in my case, I live in the state of Arizona, and my ID still has the Illinois address. And so if you ask me what is the capital of Illinois, I'm automatically need to rattle out right quick and say that it's Chicago. But if I don't know that, then that's a simple question, and the chances are that something is wrong, that I don't know the capital of the state that I'm from. So you want to kind of test that out and make sure that you do not have imposter sitting right in front of you. And the last tip, number 4, is you're going to return the ID if you're satisfied. And if not, you're going to refuse to notarize the document. Now, of course, you being the notary, it is your call to accept an ID or to deny it. If the ID, if it appears to be genuine, then go ahead and take care of the signing and proceed. But if you're a little bit uneasy about it and you're just saying, okay, I know something's just not right, then you should definitely stop that notarization. Now, we don't want you to put yourself at risk by trying to restrain the signer or confiscate their suspicious ID. You leave that up to the police. We don't want you to endanger yourself at all. So I do hope that you found FEAR, as in feel. You want to examine, you want to ask, and then you want to return the ID. And you're feeling for the raised print. You're feeling for the thickness. You're examining it, and then you're asking questions, and then you're returning it and refusing the notarization. So I do hope that you found that very helpful. Please feel free to comment and like my podcast. Until the next day, have yourself an awesome, blessed day.